Today's horoscope from AstroCademy, Leo September 13, 2024. Early today, you can be more sensitive to slights. With an awkward angle between Venus and Saturn, it's best not to take poor timing or a bit of emotional distance to heart. Learn to recognize guilt even if it is cleverly disguised. There may be an imminent responsibility that needs your attention. It's better to spell your worries out for yourself, since leaving them vague can give them more power. As the day advances, things feel far more straightforward. In fact, you can be driven to put an idea into action or to pursue a line of thought, particularly to family, home, health, and work. Organizing or reorganizing can figure strongly as more information or clarity comes in. You find it easier to get through things quickly and efficiently, perhaps because you're very decided and certain. Celebrate the good news. You can't sit still for too long, or else you are overcome by anxiety and frustration. In recent weeks, you likely felt like you were spinning your wheels, going nowhere fast. This was because of the trickster planet, mischievous Mercury, who was sucked into a retrograde cycle. Happily, you'll notice that today moves forward with much more grace as our cosmic messenger passes along in the final degrees of his post-shadow phase. Know that any obstacles or roadblocks in relationships should not challenge you now. Proceed with confidence. No more egregious problems at work. Mercury retrograde's post-shadow period ends today, which should mean that your work life will be radically easier compared to this past month. Hopefully, you learned from the retrograde, so that you do not repeat the same mistakes during the next Mercury retrograde. Meanwhile, you could feel like something is kicking off, since Mercury in Virgo will sextile Mars in Cancer. It might be a project that is near and dear to you, so you may want to keep it under wraps while working on it. Today's energies ignite your spirit. You have the feeling that you can do anything you set your mind to, and this is true. If you could bottle all that energy, wouldn't it be great? In fact, regular exercise does take that energy directly into your bloodstream, which in turn puts it into your strong muscles. Focus your positive energy on your body and you will see the glowing results. Remember to always drink water after you exercise, to replenish your body's vital fluids. This agitated period is going to make you feel the negative consequences of having dispersed your energies and been lacking in organization. You will now have to be a little bit more rigorous and coherent in how you manage your professional and personal life, or reorganization is called for. In this inner work, you can expect to encounter some obstacles, slowdowns, and unknowns. This path will be difficult until you see some light at the end of the tunnel, and that's why you have to stop dispersing your energies in sterile conversations and act with precision. Having the moon in an adventurous part of your chart during the middle of the workweek might be challenging, but it will receive support from planets in a playful and creative part of your chart before departing tomorrow. This alignment boosts the playful, creative, and adventurous aspects of life, while also making it easier to hold back ahead of the moon's return to your career sector. Although this is just an ordinary monthly visit, it will help clarify major shifts across income, work, and career fronts over the past 10 days. At the same time that Venus has moved into her final 12 days in your relat ion ship sector, the Sun is just 5 days away. With the Sun due to return and put the solar on your relationships just before Venus leaves, there will be enough time for a handover but not for a crossover. This is giving you time to work with Venus to get a sense of what you want from your relationships while waiting for the Sun for the reality checks. Our eyes in the sky. Today is a pivotal momento, the end of the post-shadow phase of Mercury retrograde. It's officially time to leave the past behind and move forward with renewed clarity, optimism, and a sense of purpose. Think of this day as a fresh start, one where you can embrace new opportunities without the weight of old frustrations holding you back. However, with Mercury in Virgo forming a sextile with Mars in Cancer, there may be one final hurdle: the challenge of truly letting go of the past. Have you ever had one of those moments where you finally let go of something that's been weighing on you, and suddenly you feel lighter, more hopeful? That's the energy of Today Euro, a day for closure, for looking ahead, and for embracing all the good that's to come. On a brighter note, you'll notice that your interactions with others will feel effortless today. Whether you're at work or in your personal life, the people around you are more receptive to your ideas and open to your thoughts. Have you ever had one of those days where it feels like everyone is on the same wavelength, where conversations just flow naturally? That's the kind of energy you're working with now. This is an ideal time to share your vision for the future. Whether it's a new idea you've been nurturing or a conversation you've been meaning to have, today is the day to speak up. In your personal life, today brings a beautiful opportunity to nurture your friendships. You may find yourself meeting new people, but don't forget about your longtime friends. Have you ever noticed how spending time with old friends can recharge your spirit in a way that nothing else can? There's something comforting and grounding about being with those who know you well. Today is a wonderful day to reconnect with those who have been there for you in the past. Maybe send a quick message to a friend you haven't spoken to in a while, or make plans to catch up with someone who always makes you feel at home. On the fitness front, today is also a great time to focus on some physical activity. If you've been feeling sluggish or lacking motivation, consider this a sign to shake things up. Whether it's a workout class, a hike, or just a brisk walk with friends, getting active will boost your mood and your energy levels. Plus, it's always more fun when you're surrounded by others. Have you ever noticed how exercising with a group can make the time fly by? We're social creatures by nature, and when we share experiences, whether it's a workout, a meal, or a simple conversation, they become even more enriching. Speaking of teamwork, the positive group dynamics you're experiencing at work will continue to motivate and inspire you. If you're facing a difficult task, don't hesitate to lean on your colleagues for support. Sometimes, all it takes is a fresh perspective or a little encouragement to turn a challenge into a success. You're part of a team for a reason, so don't be afraid to collaborate and share your ideas. Together, you'll be able to tackle even the toughest challenges with confidence. Use this collective energy to take another step forward in your professional life, and watch how far you can go when you work together. Now, let's talk about finances. While today brings plenty of positive energy, it's wise to be cautious with your money. If you've been thinking about making a big purchase or investment, it might be best to hold off for now. Unforeseen events could disrupt your plans, and you don't want to risk jeopardizing your progress by acting too impulsively. Have you ever splurged on something, only to regret it later when an unexpected bill or expense came up? Today, it's all about balance. A small, thoughtful purchase is fine, as long as you keep an eye on your budget and don't overdo it. If you're considering investing your money with the hope of making a profit, take the time to seek out good advice. Talk to someone knowledgeable, someone you trust, before making any big decisions. With the right guidance and a little foresight, you'll be able to make smart choices that benefit your future. Remember, sometimes it's not about making quick decisions, it's about making the right ones.